morning, gang. It's Saturday morning, Saturday the 30th of January 2021. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from a rather wet Bracknell this morning. It's been pouring down for ages now. Absolutely pouring down. I don't know where it's all coming from. It's very dark outside. I often... Oh, did we jump then? I got a little jumping picture. Just a minute, let me just try and do something with that. I just noticed it jumped then. Let's just swap there. And then come back there. That might fix that. See what's going on there. And I've got a little shaving mark as well. Perhaps I should shave as soon as I get up rather than a moment or two before the show. Because then I could get rid of these little blood marks that I do sometimes, isn't it? It's always the same. It's usually the same spot I cut myself. I don't know why. Perhaps my skin at that point is raised. Perhaps I'm like a snake. Trust in me. Oh, there's some horrible snake videos on TikTok. People feeding them live mice and things like that. Would you... Oh, how awful. Do people eat mice? Do you know what I think I'd like to eat? I think I'd like to eat a kitten. A little white kitten. I don't know why I want... A little white kitten. I'd like to eat a kitten. You know, you could have the fur after I've finished with it. You know, I could disseminate from my vegetarianism. Is that the right word, disseminate? And eat a small kitten. Yeah. I think I might like that at Christmas time. I'll have to have a word with my sister. She usually does the cooking at Christmas time. Absolutely pouring down here. And I thought I would check the river levels, because I can check river levels here at where the caravan is. And here they are. Now, I got two levels there. I got that one, which says it's done at 6:45 a.m. They seem to have done an earlier one at 6 o'clock. But look how quickly that's gone up. That's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Look. 2.598 metres and rising at the moment. That was at 6:45 a.m. And then only 45 minutes earlier, 2.547. So that's like 45 minutes. So 2.547 metres and then 2.598. That seems to me a bit of a jump in just 45 minutes. So I am expecting a phone call from Sylvie, who is queen of all caravans everywhere in the world, to contact me a little bit later on to inform me, I'm ever so sorry, Chris, your caravan has floated away. Where's the caravan gone to? Bye! I'll send it over to that cow Ursula, who keeps trying to nick all our vaccines. The European woman. Pretty ain't having any of that, you know. No, dear, no. She won't have any of it. Already, Pretty has had to run after that old piece of baggage in Europe, dear, and grab our box of vaccines back. I told you before, you don't want to muck around with Pretty Patel, my love. She's straight on you. Anyway, good morning to you, gang. Is there any messages this morning? Let's have a look. Good morning to Diane Jeb. Morning, Diane. And Fran is liking the music that we play in the morning. Yeah, it changes all the time, Fran. I'm glad you like it, my love. I did note that you were listening. Now, who were you listening to last night? I heard your little name come up. Was it Danny? Was it Danny doing the TikTok program last night? I heard you. I was listening to someone else on Reach, and I heard your little name come up. So I was very pleased that you were enjoying the program, my love. All right. As I say, so much rain here. I don't know what it's like where you are this morning. I poked my head out the door. We're an hour earlier now, 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. And the reason is so that I can go out for my 2-hour walk and still have my lunch at a reasonable time, because it was getting like later and later. Do you know what I mean? That time of the day. But never mind. First story on our list today, of course, gang, is, if I can just refer back to it. Where is it now? I've lost my bits and pieces now. Just a minute. What have I done wrong here? I've lost my... Is it there? Oh, God, what have I done now? Oh, I'll have to just guess what it was now. Hang on. Man learning, stunning, mum's mind's blowing, black boy. Is it that one? Here we go. Yes, the loo paper story. Now, I've got a feeling we've done this some time ago. The loo paper story. How much do you spend on toilet paper? During the lockdown, of course, it went short, didn't it? Terrible. People were buying newspapers and cutting them into little strips, just like we did at the Scouts. Putting little holes in the top of these strips of newspaper on a string, hanging them up next to the toilet. just like the poo knife. Cut, 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 cut. That's what they used to do. Because we always, generally, 9 times out of 10, we had outside toilets at the Scouts. Not very pleasant. It's not so bad standing up. It's when you want to sit down. You know what I mean? But this lady has discovered a way to save a fortune on toilet paper. I buy, generally, and I've done this for years, I buy 120 rolls at a time. All in the cupboard at the moment. That's what just how I do it. Bloke comes and delivers them, then you don't have to keep going to the supermarket and buying 12. You know, how long do 12 toilet rolls last you? They seem to last my nephew, Gary. He can get through 12 toilet rolls in sort of half a day. I don't know what he does with them. Those toilet rolls will last me a long time. And for about 120 toilet rolls, I think it's about 35 quid. And you just buy them. A bloke comes and delivers them, drops them at your door. That's it. You haven't got to do anything for months after that. Well, this lady doesn't buy any. Look. Toilet rolls, dear. Toilet rolls. She has reusable toilet rolls. I don't know how many times they've been reused. As you can see, they are like flannels and pieces of cloth. In the sun. This lady, she's from Crewe in Cheshire, which is where my Auntie Brenda used to live when her husband was still alive, Uncle Malcolm. This lady from Crewe in Cheshire, who lives with her 4 children, admitted some people thought it was gross, but she said she didn't care. It's better for me and the environment. Well, she's right there that it's better for the environment. I don't know if it's better for you or not. I mean, is it any different? You know when you get like dog poo on the end of your trainers? What do you do with that? I mean, you wipe it off and then you put them in. I put mine in the washing machine. Is that any different? I put those back on my feet again. They're clean, aren't they? Is it any different? You know, when you've had a meal. Knives and forks and plates, you know, you put them in the dishwasher. You know, if they're in there for a couple of days, you probably wouldn't eat off them again after that, would you? But then you put the dishwasher on and it cleans all the plates and everything and shining and sparkling. And they're extra sparkling if you put that special liquid in, the Rinse Aid. Do you use Rinse Aid? And then they come out, they're sparkling, dear. They're like little stars that have fallen out of the sky into your dishwasher, and now you're taking them out and placing them back in the cupboard. Preferably when they've cooled down. Because when you open that dishwasher at first, they're very hot, aren't they? You can't touch them, dear. Sparkling. Dishwasher aids. That's what you need. Dishwasher aids or aid. She says, it's better for me and the environment. She added she saved £400 a year swapping loo rolls for rags. 400 quid a year on loo roll? Jesus, what's she using? Silk paper or something like that? £400 a year? How much do you reckon you spend on loo roll? £400 a year. She's having a laugh, isn't she? She said, but it's certainly not for everyone. I've always been brought up to recycle glass bottles and separate plastics and landfill, so binning loo roll was really the next sensible step to help the environment. I mean, perhaps this is something you could do. Do you fancy, have you got an old... I expect most of you have got, a couple of old towels or tea towels that you could use. Is this something that's appealing to you at all? Reusable toilet paper. Still, it raised some eyebrows among friends when, 4 years ago, I told them I was no longer using toilet paper for wheeze or poos. A number of people said it was gross, but I think they're wrong. I believe I'm actually cleaner now, and I would never revert back to using traditional toilet roll. Instead, my family and I use a cut-up old fleece jumper, which I salvaged from a pile of clothes destined for the charity shop to wipe ourselves. They're stored in an old nappy basket next to the loo. We actually have 2 baskets, one with ready-to-use rags, and a second one filled with used rags. Isn't there a lid on this? Our place must stink. Once a week, I'll empty the rags from the used basket into the washing machine. where they get a 90-minute spin at 60 degrees centigrade, along with tea towels and towels. She puts them in with other stuff. I just bung them in like everything else. Then after drying them on a drying rail or the washing line, I'll pop them back into the ready-to-use basket. I don't pop a lid on the basket until they've been used, as that can trap the ammonia from the urine, which can smell, and I don't think that's healthy. I'm in a lot of groups on social media where people do the same, and many others soak the rags in essential oils, such as tea tree and lavender, to give them a nice scent. Now, with the tea tree and lavender, funnily enough, I have a foot spa. And in that, as well as the hot water, I put teaspoons, a couple of tablespoons of Epsom salts and a few drops of tea tree oil. And it's a lovely smell. Tea tree oil, I must say. Not only that, after my feet have been like little trotters, have been sat in that foot spa while usually watching an hour's worth of television, I then get them out and gently wipe them dry with a clean towel which has not been used as toilet paper. And then I have my lavender foot cream. Isn't it funny, really? That's what I do. A couple of times a week I do that. A few years ago I was raving it off in a pub. Completely off my head. Yeah! Yeah! Duh, 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 duh. Now sitting in front of the telly alone, with my feet in a foot spa and my lavender foot cream. It's all over in it, really. She says, I'm in a lot of groups. I don't bother with all the essential oils. It's just basics all the way for me. Nothing fancy at all. I just douse them in water before giving myself a wipe. I mean, is this appealing to you to save money? It might sound grim, but it's really not. I actually think it's more hygienic than using toilet paper, which is scratchy and uncomfortable. Oh, well, she obviously don't get the deer stuff then. In the past, it's irritated me, and changing from it has really helped that. This lady continues to say, it's not disgusting, rather I think it's good for the environment. I'm proud we use this rather than contribute to the waste. People are brainwashed into thinking they have to use loo roll and follow the norm, but that is nonsense. I'm going to continue reading this story. I don't usually read the whole story, but I find this absolutely fascinating, I'll be honest with you. Will I do it? Probably not. I can't see myself doing that. I mean, what do you do with the really messy ones? I mean, do they go in that? A bathroom must bleed and stink, surely. People didn't use loo roll for years and years. It's a pretty new invention. The same goes for nappies. All my kids have worn cloth nappies, and the thought of putting them in disposables, clogging up landfills, upset me. Now, I think probably I was in cloth nappies. I don't think we had... I was going to say disabled nappies then for some reason. I don't think we had disposable nappies all those years away. So is there any difference to that? I was really struck by how unnecessary loo roll was in 2017 when, while doing a family supermarket shop in Tesco's, I actually realised how expensive it was. Working out I spent £300 a year on toilet roll. What am I doing, I wondered? Am I flushing my money down the loo? So that's what she says. I mean, that's just odd, isn't it? Oh my God. It carries on. I also reuse sanitary products. I was struck by how expensive it was spending my money on tampons when I could only wear them once. So I was over the moon when my friend wore a menstrual cup in a competition and gave it to me. Well, what is that? What's a menstrual cup? Is it like a cup? I mean, where are we? Over here. Now, I'm assuming a menstrual cup would go here, and perhaps these people are walking along like that, and then now they go, oh, I think that's full now. What do? Just put their hand down their knickers and pour it out into the gutter or something like that? Oh, it's time. That's full up now. Is that how that works? I mean, you'll have to tell me. I'm not a woman. I don't know these things. What a fascinating world this woman lives in. Well, I don't know what you think about that. I find that particularly odd, but there you go. If you want to save money on toilet paper, just go into your drawer. I'm sure you found one or two old jumpers, pieces of old material, an old towel perhaps, tea towel, thing like that. Give it a good wash. And then you need two little containers next to your toilet, in your toilet or bathroom, whatever it is. One for the clean ones and one for the dirty ones. Good idea to mark it on top, I would imagine, because you don't want to use a dirty one accidentally. But what happens, if you use a piece of toilet paper, a piece of towel or something, and, you know those times when it doesn't drop off properly, when it comes out and you just, you're shaking from side to side like that, aren't you? And it won't come off. It won't fall off. And you then have to use that piece of toilet paper and literally scrape, don't you, darlings? Very, very strange and mysterious. It really was. Let's read some of your text messages. Thank you very much. If you're new to the show, a very warm welcome along to you. It's not all poo. I promise you, it's not all poo. We talk about all sorts of things. It's very light-hearted and humorous. Now and again, I might get a phone call with someone who tried to be serious and we just cut them off. We just get on my bleeding nerves. Ow. Have you seen the terrible rates of... We're not talking about viruses, dear. We're not talking about... Isn't it terrible so-and-so was murdered? Not interested. We do fun here. If you want that bullshit, then just go on to LBC or the BBC News and they'd be happy to sit there and depress you for the entire show. As happened this morning. Do you know what happened? I put the telly on this morning. I was watching BBC Breakfast Time. On came all these people who were affected by the virus, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. Very sorry. But I don't want to watch it in the morning. Then I turned on the Sky News, the same thing. Do you know what I ended up doing? I flicked around and I found a channel that I hadn't discovered before. Forces TV. Forces TV. And do you know what I watched? Bless This House with Sid James. Have you watched that before? Bless This House. Very funny. Very old, but once again, they come up with a warning at the bottom. This is 1970s humour and was acceptable at the time. Something like that it was. I thought, why have you put that on? Anyway, I was laughing my head off, dear. Laughing my head off. Let's read some of these texts. Fran says, good morning, Chris. I used terry toweling nappies for my daughter. There you go. But lined them and threw the liner away. Washed the nappies. Lovely subject this time in the morning. Thank you, Fran. It will get you thinking for the rest of the day, you see. I may inadvertently, right, be helping the environment this morning, okay, by you watching this and telling you that you may well was going to buy toilet paper today and may not go and do it now. You might start cutting up bits of towel and having your little baskets in the bathroom there. Once again, gang, if you're new to the show, welcome along. Just to let you know, there is a chat box. If you're in the chat box and you're sending me a message on there, I can't see it. I don't go into the chat box at all. That is for you to talk to each other, okay? If you want to send me a text, use that text number up there, 07551 259 675, or you can send an email if you want to. Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. They're the two main ways of sort of typing me a message. There will be a phone line open shortly on the show as well, okay? So a phone line will be opening soon as well. But that's how you contact me, by the phone number. Text number, it's just a normal text number, not premium rate, like texting your friends, okay? Text number up there, and it comes up on this little phone here. Don't try and ring it. You can try and ring it if you want. It will just ring into nothing. It just keep ringing. No one will ever answer that. It's not a phone number. Just for texting, okay? 07551 259 675. Or you can send an email and I'll grab your message off that, all right? Which reminds me, I must fire up the email system. There we go. Is that working now? And we're on. What's that? Oh, is that a message there already, is it? No, I don't know what that is. From Yoka. Change your thoughts and you change the world. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's very strange. Very strange, yeah. Okay, so the email's working as well. Good morning to Andy. Andy. Hello to you, sir. Morning, Andy. Welcome to the show, Andy. Good morning to Mr. Stephen Petty. Morning, Stephen. Let's just... I've got to have something else up there, haven't I? Just a minute now. Done something wrong. Not quite with it this morning, are we? We're not. Are we flowing all right? Is everything flowing all right at the moment? Are we flowing okay? I hope so. Morning to Stephen Petty this morning. Good morning to Shaina. Shaina is... Oh, what's this now? Oh, no. Shaina is self-isolating on the Isley widget. Thank you, Stephen. Sending in a super chat. Thank you, Stephen. A 79p super chat has arrived here at the studios of United Kingdom Talk. I can't believe it. Thank you, Stephen. I'll tell you about the super chat prize in a moment or two, okay? Yes, Shania's self-isolating. My app went off at work yesterday. I am fine at the moment. Oh, do you get a message then, do you? See, I've got that app. Where is it now? NHS, is it? What is it? NHS COVID. RG12 is in national lockdown. My app is active. Look at it scanning. Look. Detecting for evilness. Look, nothing's happening. Venue check-in. Check symptoms. What's all that? Check symptoms. Oh, if you don't have any of these symptoms, there's nothing you need to do. New continuous cough. Coughing a lot for more than an hour or 3. No. Or more coughing no. A change in your taste or smell. Well, won't be any change in my smell, darling. I haven't got those little baskets of used toilet tissue, used toilet, what would you call it, fabric or whatever. Good morning to Jason Hughes. Hello to Jason this morning as well. Morning, Jason. And hello to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. I like your new Hoover. Is it heavy? No, it's not actually, Maureen. Very pleased with that new Hoover. Does the job very well. The only thing is, as what happens with all Hoovers, if you didn't know already, I've done this Hoover video where I unbox my new Hoover and talk about it and give you a very thorough demonstration. It's really long wire, I have to say, Maureen. Probably the longest wire I've ever found on a Hoover. Seriously. But I caught one of the chair throws on it. You know, when you catch something on it and it drags it into the Hoover, and that made the belt come off. You know the belt? So you know if one of two things happens when you catch something like a throw, you know, like a chair throw, a sofa throw, or a bed sheet or something like that. One of two things happens. Number one, you'll smell burning rubber. Or number two, the belt will jump off. And the belt jumped off, so I had to turn it upside down. You have to unscrew the thing where the plate is and hook the belt back over the metal thing that sticks out. I'm sure you know what I mean. There's a metal thing that sticks out in it, like where the motor is, and that turns the rubber belt, and that came off. And similar to all the Hoovers I've had, when that happens, you have to undo this plate where the brush is, and you can see it where the belt will be off. And you have to hook it back up under. I never find that particularly easy, to be honest. Getting that hook over there, all right. Now, as I was saying, the Super Chat prize, the Super Chat raffle will be next Saturday morning, is this. There you go. It's the backdrop. It's not me. It's the Father Christmas backdrop. It's about 7 foot by 5 foot, that backdrop. You see Father Christmas there? That star is actually not on the backdrop. It's Father Christmas. The snowman's there. It's everything that's on the backdrop there. That is the prize for the Super Chatters next week, gang. Every time you send a £1 Super Chat, I'll give you a free raffle ticket to win that next week. All right, so that's the Super Chat prize. We'll open the phone lines now if you want. Okay, that's working, isn't it? There you go. If you want to call in at any point this morning, you can do. Perhaps you'd like to tell me, will you be trying out the new idea that this woman's had of not buying toilet paper anymore, and you're going to make your own of unwanted jumpers, little bits and pieces like that, towels, tea towels? Are you going to try that maybe? Then do let us know. 0208 144 3477 is my local London number, okay? Good morning to Mike. Morning to Mike in Brighton, who's just emailed into the show today, who says, hi, Chris, and good morning. What a load of crap. Many cultures don't use toilet paper. In many European countries, the bidet. I love that word. Bidet. Do you like that word? B-day. Another word I've already used this morning is kitten. B-day and kitten. Two wonderful words. I like words, not the ones that are too long. You know when you turn on the telly and those Noels use these long words that I'm not keen on, dear. Don't understand what they mean. Not intelligent enough to understand. You know, I have my Oxford English Dictionary from school, you know, that I sometimes refer to. It's a bit old now, as you can see. This is seriously my school dictionary. Look, 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 look. Christopher Reardon, English, London Oratory School. Hey, look, look, look. 12-1-77. I bet there's some words in here that we're not allowed to use anymore. Oh, can't say that word. That's really offensive. Let me look one of them up. Let's see if Pufter's in here. I like that word. I used to like the straight lads calling me. They used to come up to me in straight bars where I was DJing, slap me on the arse and say, "You're right, you old Pufter." Pufter. No, it's not in there. Isn't that funny? That must be a more recent word. The Oxfords are way out of date. This is 77, 87, 97, 07, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's 44 years old, that book. I was touching this at school when I was a little boy, yeah. We'd be sitting there in that classroom with our blazers on in the middle of summer, boiling hot, very strict school. Good morning to Mr. Danny Davis. Morning, Danny. He's watching on the big telly while waiting for calls. Talking about poo, I went for one before work this morning. Oh, do you work from home, Danny? I thought you had to go into an office. He works for DHL, the International Network. Do you remember that ad, Danny? That might be before your time. That's what he does. What he does is take calls from people who have lost their parcels, which I have to say, I've never lost a DHL parcel. Never. But, funnily enough, I've got an email this morning from Gardening Express. Now, this is actually my mate's Christmas present, right? Because this year we decided to give each other plants. I got mine and I got his. And I got him 3... very spiky, yellow, flowering winter plants. So they flower in the winter. Why? Because you don't get many flowers in the winter. And my neighbour's got one. And it's quite tall now. And in the middle of winter, it brings these beautiful... And it's already come and gone sort of December time, right? It brings like a little yellow flowers. Beautiful. I haven't got a picture of one of them anywhere, have I? No. Maybe. Hang on, let's have a look. See if I can find one. Yellow flowering winter. I think it's the only thing that came up. Just a minute now. Not winter jasmine. Where is it now? Is it that one? No, not daffodils. No. Is that it? No. Ah, there it is. It is the Mahoia. Right, so here's the little plants. Here's the flowers. Comes out with loads of those on the end. So pretty. And the reason is we don't really get many flowers in the winter, and that's why he wanted them. So I got him 3 of those. He's got this conifer tree that's this high, you know, quite high, but the bottom of it's died off. Right, which wouldn't bother me, but he wanted some plants to go into the bottom. I said, okay, well, we'll get these if you want. So I got him these plants, and they arrived just before Christmas. And he placed them in front of the tree. Now, he couldn't put them in because the tree was all decorated. Do you remember I showed you my mate's Christmas decorations? He is, and I hope he doesn't hear this, to be honest. I hate to give him credit. He is possibly does the best Christmas decorations of anyone I've ever known. It's really beautiful. Over the years, he's collected the most amazing Christmas decorations. Glass, sterling silver, and the tree, they spend money on the tree, right? He'll buy a tree from an expensive real tree, 75 quid for a tree, right? And they do it, and he will spend hours decorating this tree. It's absolutely beautiful, and everything has to be in the right place. You know, not like me. I bought a Christmas tree from Asda about 10 years ago. I take it out of the box. I put the bottom half on the floor together with the 4 legs, and then the top half clips onto the top. You attach 2 wires and plug it in. It's done. No, he will spend hours, and it's beautiful, this tree. At the front, he's got one in the garden, which is, you know, there all year round. It's a conifer. So he does that up as well, very pretty. So we couldn't put those plants in because that was done up. So he finished that, and a couple of weeks ago he said, can you come and put my plants in? So I thought, well, yeah, that can be my exercise. I'll walk up there and do the plants for him. And in front there, he's put these 3 spikies. I said, where do you want these? He said, well, in front there to cover the gap. I said, well, these are not going to cover the gap. He said, what I want is them to become bushy, and then they will go into the tree and kind of come out of it. I said, these won't do that. They are almost trees themselves. I said, these will come up in the front, but they will become very high. I said, I think I've got you the wrong plants. Oh. I said, do you want them somewhere else? And we couldn't think where else he could possibly have them. So I took those back, and I've ordered some more ones. I've ordered him 3 small holly bushes, okay? So again, what he wants to do is put those at the bottom of this conifer tree where it's died at the bottom. So he's got this gap. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't even notice it. He's so OCD about stuff. So they're supposed to come. Now, I ordered those about 10 days ago, and only yesterday did I get an email from them thanking me for my order. And it will be anything up to 14 days. Well, I've got another order today. I'm not hopeful. From Gardening Express. Thank you, Mr. Reardon. This is to let you know your order has been updated and it has now been shipped. Okay, and it's got a tracking number to track your order, which I'll do now. So that all sounds good. Except I then read at the bottom, your parcel has been dispatched to Yodel. I thought, oh no. Not Yodel, please. I mean, they've got just as bad name as herpes. You know? The parcel people, herpes, also known as Hermes, but we call it herpes because it's just a joke. Yodel is as bad. I've had experiences with Yodel. That stuff ain't turned up before. Perhaps you have as well. Want to tell me about it? Tell me about it. Either use the text 075512596 and 5, or you can call if you want 02081443477. Yodel. So I've now clicked on the Yodel thing, and what does it say? Estimated delivery date unavailable at this time. Now, these are plants. These are plants that have now been sent to Yodel. Do you not think they would deliver plants as quickly as possible? Because they don't like being in a little dark cardboard box. I mean, you wouldn't like being in a little dark cardboard box unless, of course, you were dead. In which case, I don't suppose it was mafia, would it? It could be buried in a cardboard box, you know. You don't have to spend a fortune on these big posh wooden boxes. Oh, don't worry about that, dear. Cardboard box. At least you can become a tree quicker then. Because you see, we all become trees and plants, don't we? What sort of tree would you become? I can see myself being a great big oak tree, keeping an eye on everyone as they walk past. What sort of tree would you be? A little weedy tree, perhaps, you know, that isn't giving much fruit. Perhaps if you became an apple tree, you know, you would deliver bitter apples. Would you? Your apples would be bitter. Mine would be lovely and fruitful and very tasty and sweet, just like I am, Nanny's sweet little boy. So I'm not hopeful, to be honest. Yodel, estimated delivery time unavailable. You know, if they've sent them to Yodel, I don't know, would that be yesterday or today? Well, that's not going to come till Monday, because these people don't deliver on Saturdays, do they? Not like the post office. Everything I buy goes to the post office. I did try herpes a couple of times with some of the bingo prizes. And they didn't turn up to collect them. Twice. And then when I rang them up, they said, no one's turned up. I'm afraid we don't guarantee that someone will turn up. That's how they run their business. But won't get any more from me, mate. Bye. Post office, round they come. No problem at all. Wonderful. Good morning to Gary Ross. Morning, Gary. Gary says, good morning. It's a rather sad day for me as Big Bertha, the red Ford Connect ex-Royal van, is going off to meet her death. Oh, no. She's not going in one of those crushers, is she? Because she can get very attached to a car, just like a pet, like a cat. Oh. I took the miserable quote of £245 from the local car scrap company, and she will be on her last tour of South Belfast on her way to meet her maker. She will be collected between 12 and 1 o'clock today. Oh, Gary. Oh, he's going to lose his car. Sorry, Gary. Best to have it gone, though. You can't have it clogging up the driveway. My Auntie Brenda, when her husband died, Uncle Malcolm, wonderful man, he left a BMW car, beautiful car, which is sitting on her little drive, only a very small driveway come car parking area, you know what I mean, on a slope. And it has now sat there for over 10 years. And she won't get rid of it. And of course it's green now, it's just such a terrible waste. Thousands of pounds worth of car sitting there. It's probably all seized up now, I would imagine. I mean, don't know much about cars, to be honest. Can something like that be fixed? If a car sat there like for 12, I don't know how long ago Uncle Malcolm died, actually. It's got to be about 10 years. If a car sat there for 10 years, you get in and it won't start. Can that be fixed or not? Or is it, that's it, dead car? You know, I don't know. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Morning, Michael, in Queensland. In Australia. Morning, Michael. Nice to see you joining us today, my darling. 0208 144 3477 if you want to call in. You don't have to call in. That doesn't bother me at all. It's only there if you want to, you know. It's not a necessary thing if you don't want to. Paul in Cornwall had a fantastic birthday yesterday. He got a new chair. Oh, what sort of chair did you get? What, a games chair or a armchair? I mean, what do you mean by a new chair? I could do with a new chair. This is getting a bit squeaky now, isn't it? I mean, I'd oil it, but I don't know what to oil. The sponge underneath me is a little bit flat now when my fat arse is sitting on it all the time. Good morning to Leslie Ross. Morning, Leslie. Hope you're feeling well. Most definitely keeping safe. Gary wasn't well for a few days. He's okay today. Oh, didn't say that, Gary? Just a grumpy old man. Shh, don't say I said that. Your secret is with me, Leslie. Don't worry, darling. Your secret is with me. All right, my love? All right, then. That's it. Yes, so this morning I watched Bless This House on the telly and on Forces TV. And they were also advertising on that channel the Dukes of Hazzard. Do you remember that? Da, 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 ding, 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 ding. I wonder if I've got the theme music. Oh, I can't play theme music on here, can I? That's the trouble. I was going to look for the old DHL advert to play Danny, but you'd have the copyright people. Oh, are you playing our music? Oh, we don't like that. Oh, we want some money for that. You're not allowed to use our music. You're not playing that. How much have you made from that? Answer, on this channel, absolutely nothing, sunshine. Not enough people watching this channel to make any money, my darling. Oh, you can't play that. It'd be all like that, dear, so it's not worth the trouble. Do you know what I mean? Now, what else have we got on the show today? Let's see, some stuff to ask you. Have you had any unusual dreams at all recently? Unusual dreams this week or recently? My latest one was this morning. I had an unusual dream written down here from this week. And then I had one last night because I was actually ready. Can you believe I had the entire show ready last night at about 8 o'clock for this morning? Isn't that good? See? Very reliable, dear. Very reliable. And last night's dream, which I believe I've had before. Okay, so I've rented a caravan, or not so much. I think it's a caravan. It's a caravan or a house. I'm going to close my eyes while I'm doing this so I can repicture it, okay? There we go, I've got it. It's a caravan or a house that is on water. Now, Michael, you'll be pleased to hear that. Oh, Danny Woodhouse is calling in. Let's just take him and I'll come back to that. Good morning, my friend, all right?
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Danny. Do you know, it's lovely to talk to you at this time in the morning because it means you're not pissed.
Oh, I know.
No, I don't think so. Unless you're drinking in the morning as well, are you?
Well,
just a moment. Just a moment.
With sausage and chips.
Now, come closer to the microphone, dear, because you sounded like you're halfway across the room. But just before I take your call, very important, someone very, very special has appeared in my face. And I'd like him on my face, to be honest. It's Mark Bowles. Good morning, Mark.
Oh, him.
Hello. What do you mean, oh, him? I mean, if you looked remotely like him, you might be in with a chance. But you don't.
Possibilities, it had to be Mark Bowlesy, didn't it?
Say that again?
Out of about 20 billion possibilities, it had to be Mark Bowlesy, didn't it?
Well, who else could it possibly be, darling? It's not going to be you, let's be honest.
No. No, I'm all right for the mind games.
What mind games are these, darling?
Well, today I thought, what am I going to do for the great people of the United Kingdom of England today?
Yes.
And I thought, I'm going to do the dustbin dance. It's a new song of mine.
The dustbin dance? Yeah,
because you asked me the other day would I sing and I refused.
Yes.
And then I thought, well, hang on a minute. So it's just something that I could do.
What, you're going to sing this morning?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do the dustbin dance for you.
Okay.
If for the likes of Rachel Wheatlands and Gary Ross and all that, you can actually see this bit because this is going to be simulcast on my Facebook.
Is it simulcast? Ah,
yes.
So you are using. You were using this show with its billions of. Do you know more people watch this show in the world than people have had vaccinations of the AstraZeneca virus non-stopping thing, and especially in Europe where they can't get any. Unlucky. Should have ordered it earlier, shouldn't you? Sorry, carry on, dear. I'm going on one there.
Yeah, so I am now in the bin.
You're actually in a bin, are you?
I'm in the bin, yes.
Right. Keep describing it, yes.
So allow me to start the music. Da 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 da. If you're feeling lonely and you can't find romance, jump into a dustbin and dance. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, if
are you
you're
okay?
feeling angry and you want to make a stance, jump into a dustbin and dance. And the best bit of all now, if you've got brothers and sisters and they're wearing shitty pants, jump into a dustbin and dance. Oh, gee. Oh, I nearly fell out of it.
Are you all right, dear?
Yeah.
Do we need to send an ambulance over? They're very busy at the moment.
Yeah. Sorry you can't see the bin now. There am I, down there in the bin. Yeah. Oh.
Are you out?
Am I out of it?
Yes.
Oh, hang on, yeah, I better just climb out the bin now, that's it.
Come out of the bin, dear. You don't want the dustbin taken away. You might accidentally be put in one of those crusher machines, and then I'd have no one to call in.
Oh. Yeah, I better go. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. So anyway,
have a sit down, darling. Have a glass of water or a cup of tea. I'm concerned about your welfare now.
I've got the old energy drink here.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, is it you dropping the blooming energy cans all over the forest?
I ain't got a forest round here.
Haven't you?
No.
What, is it all city where you are?
Is it what?
Is it all buildings?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Rumford Town. If you remember when you came here about 1984 BC, That's before coronavirus. It's pretty much the same as it was then, really, except that the whole Libertine shopping centre has been covered over.
Oh, is it?
Which ain't very nice, because they just lock it after a time, and I can't go and have my way with the girls like I used to.
Did you ever?
Oh, well, yeah, it happened once, let's say.
Did girls actually look at you at some point, did they?
Well, what happened was, I went through there, and Jenny Brown and Joanne Manzi was in there.
Who?
And they said, "Oh, Jenny Brown and Joanne Manzi."
Who are they?
That they were two of the most two decent girls I went to school with.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they said, "Oh, Daniel, you coming ice skating with us later?" And I thought, "Oh, all right then." So I did, and I went. Yeah, we had a nice time,
Did
and
you?
all that.
Oh.
So you could do that then, you can't do that now.
And did you end up going out with one of them?
Nah.
No.
Well, Jenny Brown, she moved to Wales, and Joanne Manzi just disappeared off the face of the earth, like certain.
Oh.
There are a few
Were
of
you
them.
ghosted? Did you get ghosted?
Well, what happened was there's a few of these people I went to school with who have actually disappeared off the face of the earth and have never been seen. I actually went to school with someone called Richard Wilson.
Yes.
As in, I don't believe it. And he used to think that was him. But no, that really was his real name. And at the very last day of the exam, now, I mean, he was not the brightest kid of all. Probably more ended up on the thicker side, but he came out on the last exam results day, he comes out and he goes, look, I've got all A's and B's, that's it. And then he disappeared into the night and was just
And you
never
saw
again.
You never saw him again. Oh
no, just.
Isn't that strange and mysterious? It's almost like they just didn't want to know you anymore.
Some of them. Yeah, some of them were a little bit up their own arse. Yeah.
Were they? Oh.
That they were just like, oh no, don't want to know him. No, he's too good for me and all that. No. And then they just go and when never seen again. He actually do. You remember that programme Wish You Were Here?
Oh yes, with Judith Chalmers. Yeah, lovely lady, dear. Is she still alive?
He used to call that. He used to say. He used to think it was called "Wish We Could Afford That Expensive Holiday." And I wouldn't mind, but he came from a bloody, well-privileged house. The dad was on a good job with a bloody good wage and what have you.
Yeah, yeah.
They even went to the Algarve once.
What, is that a posh holiday, is it, the Algarve? Is that a posh holiday, the Algarve? Is that an expensive holiday? I've never been.
I wouldn't know. I mean, you very rarely get me out just outside the London region, let alone abroad.
Yeah.
You
can always go to
the holiday. It's just a day trip to Southend in the summer with Penny Owen.
You could always go to the Isle of Wight. I'm sure Shaina would show you around. She'd be able to show you the local Catholic churches there.
I would have been there to see off the last 1938 stock train, but because somebody else did, someone called Jeff Marshall. Have you heard of him?
Never heard of him. No, who's he? Is he someone on the telly?
He's sort. If you just put in Jeff Marshall, right, underground, he's sort of like he's become sort of everyone's Lord of the Underground in certain people's eyes. That if they think he knows all the ins and outs of it, back to front. Listen, and unless you've actually how can I say, unless you've photographed the track recording train coming through Elm Park, then you can't really call yourself anything better than me, because I have. Yes.
Have you set up your new electric trains?
The Hornby train. No, I've had to take a couple of tables down a minute.
Oh, why is that then? No room to see the telly.
It does. I mean, look at me. This one here, my God, that's sinking. Gee, oh dear, that's sinking badly. That one.
What's sinking?
But, yeah, there's a dip in the middle of it. Which is not very good. I think I've put stuff on it, but no, because when you put all these boards around here,
yes,
they start to. It causes a bit of what do you know? What do you call
paste boards?
Yeah, you put these paste boards.
Yeah, they're not sort of really meant as permanent fixtures, are they? That's why I would imagine if you lean on them, they sort of go down pretty quickly, wouldn't they?
Yes, and but it's all I could get. I'm not a skilled woodwork man.
Well,
If I was, I would have made my own proper
yeah,
railway-based
I
books.
wouldn't be able to do it either. Listen, you must start practicing a new song for the next show on Monday night, my darling.
Yes. What would
Or,
you like me to
or
do?
well,
Anything?
I think we have a different audience at night. To be honest, what you could do is do the same song on Monday if you want. So if you could have your rubbish bin standing by, and perhaps practice it a little bit more better, then you could do it again on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just seeing what you're putting down there.
Yes.
Nothing. Oh, no one's saying anything about me this morning.
Isn't that strange and mysterious? I shouldn't worry about that. Don't
No,
worry
no,
about
no,
that,
no. They'd
Danny.
be saying, "Oh, Daniel,
Don't you worry about that, my dear.
Hang on, Gary Ross has been nice and said
Has he?
something. He's just said, he said, I love your calls.
Yes.
They're better than the ones where you're a bit difficult, otherwise known as your testy calls.
What? Who's being difficult? Who's being difficult?
No, it's I'm just joking. That's just one of
Oh
my
my
jokes.
God! My nephew has just sent me a picture of the river.
Which river is it?
Were you with us at the beginning of the show?
I've been with the show all the way through. Whether I remember any.
Did you
any
see
of
the
what was said
meters?
earlier,
The
different.
river meters. Did you see those or not?
The river meters.
Yes.
I ain't heard that one yet.
The river meters. There's a river near my caravan. The River Witham.
Yeah.
And it's got these two detectors near it. Excuse me, I need a sneeze, to be honest. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hey! We're all sick, aren't we? Now, I think I've found a way of doing these pictures. Just a minute now. Let me see if... Where has it gone? Has it gone into the Bridget folder?
Bridget?
No, it's not in the Bridget folder. Is it in the chat show folder? There it is, the chat show folder. Can I put that straight on? Yes, I can. Right, just a minute, and I can show people that. I'll show you the meters, okay? There is a meter. There is some sort of detector gadget type thing, right? Which is next to the river, which is near my caravan, and it tells you how high the river is. So I looked on these meters earlier, and it looks like it's getting very, very high. And my nephew has obviously been driving round there this morning, and has now sent a picture of the river, but I don't know where it's gone now. Now, why can't I find that?
Oh, there it is. There with a bit of Chettle Hill.
Which I'm trying to get up here. It's not easy to put an instant picture up onto the show. That's the trouble. No, it's not there.
Oh, you sort of have. You're showing that you're in the high red there.
Yeah, that's not a picture of the actual river, though, is it?
Oh, it's not a picture.
You see what I mean?
Well,
I'm trying to find the picture of the river that he's just sent me there. Chat show. Where is it now? Fran, River 3. No, I don't think. Oh, that's why I haven't put it in the right place. There we go. Is that going to work now? I can't get it to go in there.
oh.
This is why I don't usually do this. It just doesn't work very well. Let's try again. See if it's there now. Image 11. To actually put an... Oh, there we got it. Right, got it. To actually put a photo straight up is actually quite difficult. And this river looks really high. I don't know if Jeff's with us this morning. There we go. Let's try and make that a bit bigger there. And then I can show you. Come back to me a moment while I'm doing this.
La la la, na na na, na na na, na na na. Dun, 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 dun.
Right,
and on this
I
week's
think we can do
busman's
that now.
holiday, the river inspectors will take
There
on...
it is. That's how high the river is. You can't see that because of the delay, but it's very high. That looks like it's about to go over, to be
I'll
honest.
see you in
So
about
we'll
30
see how
seconds.
that goes. Oh, dear.
When it gets there. Are we actually still... Oh, hang on, you're not live, Daniel.
Have you got that yet?
Well, I've just made sure I'm live.
Very, very worrying.
And
Right, going to have to go, Danny.
there it is.
Thanks for calling.
All right then, Chris.
Bye, Danny.
I'll see you on Monday. All right then. Thank you.
Bye now. Cheerio,
Thank-
Danny. Danny calling in from Essex. So that is a little bit of a worry there. I noticed someone was trying to call in then, so try again now. I can only do one call at a time, boys and girls, okay? Unfortunately. So if there's someone on the phone and you call, no one's going to answer it, all right? So if you want to call in now, that'll work now. 0208 144 3477. Hopefully that river won't come up. No doubt my nephew is watching it as we speak. He's probably sat up a little chair there with a camera to take photographs. Thank you very much. Now, we were talking about dreams just before Danny called up there. And Andy has written here about a dream he had recently, and I'll tell you mine, okay? I had a very disturbing dream. My late mum and her late friend came to the window and was tapping on my shoulder, "Let me in." Trouble was, I'm living on the 9th floor of a block of flats. Then a gush of wind came, blew them off the window, and they fell to the ground. The thud was so real it woke me up, breathless and shaking. Still aren't over that one. That sounds a scary dream, doesn't it? That does sound very scary. Strange dreams. Good morning, Danny You're in Essex as well, aren't you?
Good morning.
That's two Dannys. Two Dannys in Essex. Is that just the default name of boys in Essex, Daniel?
Well, I'm not originally from Essex, am I, remember?
No, I know. You're from Welsh Wales. Ba 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 ba. Sorry?
I'm actually from the town that's actually making our vaccine, the AstraZeneca one, Wrexham, as you
Wrexham.
know.
Does that mean you're first in the queue?
No.
Are members of the family actually working on the vaccine as we speak, dear?
Not my family, no. But
Oh, what do your lot do then? Are they sheep farmers?
No.
Is that offensive? Ow! I'm really offended by that word. You're saying that all Welsh people are sheep farmers. Well, you are, aren't you? Is that wrong?
No. I'm not offended.
Are you wearing anything woolen this morning from sheep?
I don't really know.
Well, are you sure you're really from Wales? Don't sound like it to me. Don't even sound Welsh.
Well, I've lost my accent from working all over the country.
Oh, right. Okay, then. You're very quiet, aren't you, Danny? Very quiet person.
I am very quiet.
I hope you're not going to be like... Because you're going to be doing a show soon on Reach on Air, aren't you? Would you like to tell us about that now while I go and have a wee?
It is basically a pre-show to yourself. I can hear him go, "Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm doing a show Monday morning, 7 o'clock on Reach on Air, just before Chris, just to prepare you for the madness that Chris Reardon brings you every single weekday morning." Is he still weeing?
I'm just going away.
He's just having a wee. I can hear him in the background.
I was
I'll
just
do
in the
some show
toilet.
promotion.
Have you gone?
I'm still here, dear.
Oh, have you finished telling them?
Yes, I finished telling them, yes.
So what time are you on?
7 a.m.
7 o'clock on Monday morning, boys and girls. That's before the very excellent Clive's programme. Fabulous. Are you, what sort of music can they expect? Did you tell them?
Pop.
Pop
Chart,
music.
Dance, 80s, 90s, bit of everything.
Well, I hope your microphone's better than your phone, because you're just so quiet, dear.
It's my phone, dear.
What have you got there, darling? A little Nokia
an
or
iPhone
something
in
like
the
that, is it,
car.
my love?
One of the newest iPhones.
Oh, well, it's not very good, is it?
Oh, well.
You're up and down like a bleeding yo-yo there, dear.
Well, I'm just waiting for calls from DHL.
The International Network. And tell me, do you enjoy talking to the customers that ring you about their missing parcels? Are they nice
course I
people
do.
when they ring in?
Not always nice people, no.
They're not. Can you give us a sort of demonstration without swearing of someone who's calling into you?
Okay, I'll start. You be me. No, I'll be me. You be the awful customer. Let's play it that way.
Oh, okay then. Shall we have a
Hello,
ringing tone as well? Does it ring?
It does. I'll
Is
start.
there-
I'll answer the phone.
Is there a queuing system?
Yes, there is.
Do I have to push various numbers to get through to different departments?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you'll have to be the recordings, right? You'll have to be the recordings of the various things. So I'm going to start the ringing, and then you can become a recording and tell us that and sort of talk us through it, okay? Right, you ready then? Okay. Here we go.
Thank you for calling DHL Parcel UK. If you'd like to speak to an advisor about your parcel, please press 1. If you'd like to speak to the claims department, please press 2. For anything else, please press 3.
Right, I've pressed
And then
1.
you come to me.
I've pressed 1. Doot.
So then, get you to Danny at customer service. How can I help you?
Oh, is that Danny at customer services?
It is. How can I help you?
Yes, I posted a parcel. I'm in Essex, and the parcel I've posted to in Edinburgh at about 9:30 this morning. It's now 10 o'clock, and it still hasn't got there. I mean, why am I paying for a service that you're just not providing?
Can I start by taking the shipment number, please?
Oh, I haven't got that with me.
Okay. Can I take the postcode of where you dropped it off, please?
Yes, LN7 6SD.
Thank you very much. Let's just pull up your details. Can I take your name, please?
Yes, it's Mr. O'Brien.
And the first name?
Johnny.
And the first line of the address, please?
17 Atwell Crescent.
Thank you very much. So I can see here that you posted your parcel yesterday on a 72-hour service.
No, I posted it this morning at 9:30. It's now 10 o'clock, and my friend in Edinburgh says they still haven't got it yet.
Well, I do apologise for
Are
that.
you looking at the correct details? Is anyone listening to me? I mean, why are we paying for this service? Can I be put through to your supervisor, please?
Unfortunately, I will need to take some more details. And
Oh, how many times do I have to keep reading the same blooming stuff out? I've spoken to 10 people already, and they keep asking me the 10 same questions. I can't cope.
I do apologise about that. I'll take some details and I'll pass this on to a manager. Thank you.
Right, and then you dug up. Oh, I love it, dear. I love it. But you like your job. You like that job, do you? Can I just make an apology to my millions of viewers all over the world? I was using a non-Parker pen up to this point this morning. I'm sorry about that. It's okay, I've got the Parker pen. I couldn't find it, so that's back. Carry on, bitch.
So, anyway, I'm going to have to go because I'm going to have to obviously wait for some calls. But I will speak to you Monday before your show via the usual channel.
Okay, 7 o'clock Monday, the Danny Davis Show at Reach on Air. Thank you, Danny.
Take care.
Bye.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Oh, dear. 02081443477 if you fancy a call this morning. Fran says you'll have to repeat it, Chris, because he was quiet. Yeah, he was very quiet, wasn't he, there? Very quiet on the phone there. Jeff said it doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. Once again, if you've just joined the show, can I just show you the river levels where the caravan at the moment are here, according to the meter. Now, you would be surprised how quickly water levels can change. And my nephew has just sent in a picture of the river near my caravan. Now, you see that green bank on the side there? When I'm up there, it's usually way down. And as you can see, that's just almost at the top there. That is a bit worrying, that is. But we wait to see. Perhaps where I'll have a little bit of an update later on from my nephew. I don't know if they start... I don't know if they start doing more readings from it if it's high. No, 6:45 a.m. was the last time they did that reading, so I don't know. It says the highest ever level recorded was 3.22 metres on Tuesday, the 22nd of January 2008. So at the moment it's at 2.598 metres. That was this morning at 6:45 a.m. But river levels do go very, very quick. It climbs ever so quick. I always remember going for a walk along a river in Putney. Mike, you may know the Putney towpath. And when I got out the car and the river was just like lapping over the edge, just touching the edge. You know, it wasn't over it, touching. And so I went for this walk along here because you know I like walking. I got so far and I thought, okay, well, I don't want to be too long because the river looked a bit high. I'll go back the other way. And I looked the other way and the path was cut off. Now, it wasn't like that, you know, but I thought I'm going to get wet feet now. And I got wet feet. The river had come over. You know, it wasn't like that. It was, I suppose, my whole foot would have been in the river and I literally had to walk along like that. But that's just how it is. So it does come up very, very quickly when you see something like that. Good morning to Chris Woodhouse. He's in London. Morning, Chris. I missed you too as well, Mark, darling. Little Mark Bowles is there. Thanks very much to Gary for sending in the river pictures there. Could you pop along again an hour later, Gary, and see how it's going, all right? Anyway, we're talking dreams at the moment. We're going to talk dreams. Do you ever have any unusual dreams? Sort of vivid dreams or anything like that? The one that I had this morning, which I believe I've had before. So, and Michael Pullman will be pleased to hear this. I'm renting what is almost like a caravan. I mean, perhaps it's something to do with this picture, I don't know. Which is almost like it's like a wooden caravan, if you see what I mean, like a wooden lodge, which is right on the water. And this particular lodge is known for flooding. I already know that it floods. The lodge. It's on the river. So, bank, river, wooden lodge on river with boards. And under the boards, you can see the river in the gaps, right? It's in Australia. Don't know why, but I knew it was in Australia. And it's beautiful. It's on its own. There's little rockery and plants around. It's like the edge of... It's not a river. It's ocean. It's ocean. And if you've got like a... You know, if the land comes around like that and you've got that bit of water there. What's that called? An estuary? Something like that, you know. Got that bit of water there like that. And it's there. And I'm in there, and someone's let me in there and said to me, you know, the river's a bit high at the moment. Let's have a look. They've opened the door, and I remember being in there before. This is all in the dream. Remember being in there before, and one of the beds was floating because the water had come in, but the other one was okay. And on a previous visit, I was happy with that. I just went in the one that wasn't floating. But on this occasion, I've opened the door and both beds are saturated and literally floating in water. The sheets, the water is clean. It's not dirty at all. The water is completely clean. And both of these beds are floating on the water. And the lady showing me, she says, well, do you want to walk round the edge to the other bed and see if it's okay? But I could see that it was floating on this water. And I said, well, I don't think so. Now, for some reason, I also know that I had a house close by. And within the dream itself, I didn't know why, for what reason, I was renting this place when I had a house close by anyway, on dry land. But I was. And she said, perhaps you can walk round the edge to the bed. It might be all right. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'll be staying here tonight. In fact, I'd like to cancel the rental, and that's all I can remember. So both beds, instead of just one of them, are now floating. Any ideas what that could possibly mean? I've got another one. Chris says he has a wet dream. Was it a wet dream? Well, obviously it was. Not at my age, love. Where's my other dream? Here it is. There's another dream here. So that's one. You got any dreams like that? Text us in and tell us, or you can send an email or phone, okay? Entirely up to you. There's the phone. There's the email. Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk if you don't want to phone, all right? And there's the phone number there. 0208 144 3477 if you want to call in about an unusual dream. Here's the other one I had this week. So, I'm in my house. It's not this house, but it's my house. And it's got quite a big garden. Fence. And I've got neighbours next door that way. And neighbours on that side as well, right? I look out the window, and it's wonderful. And all these kids start coming into my garden. Not little ones, not small ones. We'd be talking mid-20s. And they're all from America. I don't know why. These kids are from America, and they're coming into my garden. My garden had several entrances, and somehow these doors were open, and these kids were coming in, and they start playing football on my garden. American kids. As I say, not young ones, sort of around about 25, 30 years old. And I'm like, out there, excuse me, it's private property. I'm sorry, you can't come in here and play your football. Oh, can't we? No, you can't. You'll have to go. So eventually I got them out. They left. I locked up the garden gates. But I was so disappointed because all the grass had now become flattened and areas were now just mud instead of beautiful grass, what was there before. And that upset me a bit. That's the other dream. Is that strange? Very, very strange indeed. So they're my two recent odd dreams. Have you had anything like that happen? 0208 144 3477 if you want to talk about that. Or email me your strange dream, okay? Email me your strange dream. Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Thanks so much to Paul for sending in the chair there. I'm not going to put it on the system because you can see how long it takes to put a picture sent straight in on the system. It's just a blooming pain in the bum. It really is, trying to get a live picture up and put it on next week's one, the next show run. Right. Mike in Brighton says, dreams are so weird. I often get reoccurring dreams. The other night, I dreamt I stole thousands of pounds from an ATM. You know, one of those holes in the wall machines? I have no idea what it means. I always... Oh, excuse me, dear. There's a bit of air coming up from my mouth. I always record my dreams on my voice memo app on my watch, as we do tend to forget dreams. Now, you're absolutely right, Mike. That is exactly what happens. If you have a dream and you get that woke up, for those brief moments when you've just woken up, that dream is still in your head. At that point, you've got to record it. Either grab a pen and paper and quickly write it down, or you can have a little memory thing. If you've got an Amazon device, it will record you. You can send yourself a message. I can't remember how you do it now, but you can literally say, Amazon, save message, and then you just talk, tell it, and it will save that for you. I can't remember how that works now. Odd, isn't it? These dreams. Danny Davis, who we just spoke to on the phone with a very quiet voice. I hope you speak louder into a microphone, Danny. He says, I had a dream that I was presenting a TV show with you on ITV. A game show with a big inflatable assault course for adults. Well, it sounds like it's a knockout, Danny. You're too young to know it's a knockout. That was great. It was hosted by a guy called Stuart Hall. I think he was put in prison for another paedophile, I'm afraid. But of course, in the 70s, he wasn't known for that, and we used to be very entertained by him, to be honest. Old Stuart Hall there. All right, let's just connect that. There we are. That's done there. Right, now what else have we got for you this morning? That's our dreams thing. Dangerous sports. You ever done dangerous sports? What dangerous sports have you done? I must admit, I haven't really done anything. I tried skiing once, but... do just didn't do it for me. I mean, I just kept falling over. And I was cold. And it was just horrible. And I hated wearing those boots. I really hated wearing the skiing boots. And even worse than the skiing boots, I was putting these blasted skis on. I hated it. Not for me at all. Dangerous sports. Don't do them then. But have you ever done any dangerous sports? What have you done? Perhaps you've jumped out of a plane, have you? Why would anyone want to do that? You must be off your head. Jumping out of a plane? Have you done anything like that? Dangerous sports, or indeed anything that you knew was dangerous, but you still did it? You could argue that smoking is, couldn't you, really? And I asked this because I was, once again, watching YouTube the other morning because I got fed up with the depressing news on the telly. And I came across a little YouTube video with Bradley Walsh and his boy, his son. And they were going to do this bungee jump somewhere in America. Near some dam. I don't know if it was the Hoover Dam in Vegas or somewhere else. I don't know. And it shows you both of them at the top. Bradley Walsh and his boy. And his boy is going to go first. So he's got all the straps on and all that. And you've kind of got where they are standing. And then there's like a little platform, which isn't massively long. I don't know, about 4 or 5 foot long like that, sticking out from the edge. And they've tied strings and ropes to them and things like that. Right. Okay. So the boy said, okay, just go out to the edge of the platform, hold on here to the 2 bars either side so you don't fall off, and just wait there. So eventually this boy, didn't take him too long, he's gone out to the edge and said, oh, I don't know about this. Right, I'm going to do it. It's like this. And Bradley Walsh's face, oh, it was a picture. And then the camera looked down. Oh my God, it made me feel sick. Because I'm not one for heights either. Don't know about you. Do you like heights? I don't like heights. The camera looked down. And I think what bothered me more than the actual height was the fact that the dam was there as well. And you're going to jump out of this thing. Well, what if you swing back on the blooming concrete wall? That's what I was thinking about. And the boy's hanging on like this. And the bloke's, are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. I think I'm all right. Bradley said, oh my God, no. And I actually thought he was going to chuck up at one point. Okay. And I think he said, let go of the things. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And he gave him a little push. Oh my God. And this boy went flying down like that. No, absolutely not. No way in the world would I do that. And you fall for about 7 seconds, which doesn't sound a lot, but it is. And then this elastic thing pings you back up again, you know. And there he was pinging up a couple of times. But interestingly enough, he didn't like get smashed on the side of the dam. And I just, that's what I could see happening. If there was a sort of sudden gust of wind or something like that, you'd smash yourself against all that concrete. Anyway, so when that's finished, they pull him back up again on this rope, and that's fine. And his dad, Bradley Walsh, he's edging forward. He said, I can't do this. He said, I can't do it. And he didn't. And I was actually screaming at this video, don't do it, Brad. What for? For what? Why would you want to do something like that? And there has been the occasional story, as you probably know, of these bungee jumping things snapping. You know, we've seen these bungee jumping things snapping, haven't we? Well, no, we haven't. I haven't seen a video of something like that, but I've heard about it before. I've absolutely heard about it, you know. Gang, if you're watching on Facebook Live, you're going to lose us at this point. We're going to finish on Facebook Live. join us on YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK to continue watching the show. Okay, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK to watch the rest of the show with everyone else, because this is where we disappear off Facebook Live. Just a reminder, gang, if you're in a chat box of any sort or a messaging system, the only way to get a message direct to me is use the text number at the top there, 07551 259 675, or you can call in on the call-in number 0208 144 3477, or you can send an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. If you're in the chat box, I don't go in there at all, whether it's on the Facebook one or the YouTube one. All right, my darlings? Okay. Good. Jason Hughes says that we do banger racing. The adrenaline is brilliant. Is that a dangerous thing, banger racing? I don't know if that's dangerous, really. I mean, you've got that car around you and you're kind of on the ground, aren't you? I'm so glad that Bradley Walsh didn't jump off that. I think maybe it's not an older man thing to do that, is it? These young people, girls and boys, they like the thrill. I don't want the thrill. I don't even like roller coasters. I went on Disney's Space Mountain once 20 odd years ago with my friend Steve, and I swore I'd never go on one again. Even the Disney train, is it Rocky Railroad Mountain? I went on that a couple of times, maybe once with my nephew even, I can't remember now, actually. And I just closed my eyes, I wouldn't open them. I just couldn't wait to get off the damn thing. I hate them, anything like that. Although I suppose you could argue that those sort of roller coaster things are not really dangerous, are they? I'm sure one or two of you have been on that Blackpool thing, the Big Dipper or whatever it's called. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Dangerous. Anyone want to talk about a dangerous thing that they've done like that, perhaps? I'm just trying to think of anything dangerous I've done. I think the most dangerous thing I've done probably is climb on a pile of wood with nails sticking out of it at a scout camp, maybe. I tend to be a bit more careful. Or cycling on the roads in London. That's bad enough, isn't it? Okay. Would you rather talk to animals or be able to speak in any human language? Which would you rather? That's a question for you, isn't it? It came up in one of those YouGov survey things. I don't know if many of you are on those things. You get this email thing now and again, and it asks you questions. Right. And one of the questions I got this week was that: would you rather be able to talk to animals or be able to speak any human language? So you're in any country and talk to them. I personally, what about you? What would you rather? I personally would like to speak to animals. I'd love to speak to animals. You know. I mean, what would Gary the cat say to me? He comes over a few times a day. As soon as I open the door, the first thing he does is walk to the cupboard where the cat food is, because I've got cat food for him now. Where the cat food is, and puts his two paws up and he stretches like that. Right up to the top of the... He's got big paws. Right to the top of the cupboards like that. Yeah, we want something to eat. And if I don't open the cupboard, he'll then come round my legs. And go in and out my legs like that, he goes. And I just think all he would be saying to me was, can I have something to eat? Can I have something to eat? That's all he wants, isn't it? Does he actually want to be picked up and stroked? And he don't mind being picked up. He allows you to pick him up. You can even tip him upside down and tickle under his little belly. Under his little, not belly, chest bit here. Gary the cat. Don't you think that would be nice to be able to talk to animals? I don't get on too well with certain dogs. For some reason, they hate me. It's not because I'm a bad person, because I know that. Because the lady over there, she's got an Alsatian, is actually Gary's brother or sister. Right? Because Gary is a ginger cat and it lives with an Alsatian. And I think this Alsatian's seen how the cat is with me and then immediately took to me as well. And the two girls who live opposite me, opposite and down a bit, they said to me, oh, he's a good judge of character, so you must be a nice person. That's what they said to me, these two girls. So that dog likes me. I wonder what he'd say. Hello, Chris. I see you're having a nice time with Gary the cat. But what about those other Alsatians? There's a bloke who runs a security firm and he's got this horrible blooming dog. It hates everyone. It growls and barks. He's got this great big thick rope round its neck. And it worries me that at some point the rope might snap and this thing will go running off or whatever. He's a big lad, this bloke, and to give him his fair dues, whenever he sees someone like me, he will move over to the side or go a different way. This dog just hates everyone, but it's a security dog. And wouldn't it be great? While it's sitting there growling out, what's wrong with you? Why do you hate me so much? Why? I wonder what the dog would say. Do you want to be able to speak to animals or any language? You can only have one or the other. What's it going to be? And when your pet is ill, you could ask it, what's wrong? Oh, I've got sore throat. Sore throat. Oh, my paw hurts. Why'd your paw hurt? I think I trod on glass, and you could sort it out. Mind you, sometimes you don't have to talk to animals, do you? I've seen some wonderful TikTok videos of people with various different pets. All sorts of pets. Cats, dogs, birds, lizards, snakes, spiders. And some of these birds, like parrots and things like that, people have got. And they climb up on their arms and they put their little legs on their arms, or this bloke who's got a parrot and it sleeps here. It hobbles up there and puts its leg down and sleeps like that. How blooming lovely. So maybe we don't need to talk to animals. You just get on with them and that's fine. Diane Jeb says, I'd rather talk to animals. Yes, same as me, Diane. Really. What do you want? What would you rather talk to? Animals or any language? Make your mind up, gang. Maureen says, have you seen Victoria and Abdul? Yes, I have. I saw that at the cinema. That's a great film, isn't it? Victoria and Abdul. Great film. Maureen's just said that's on the BBC iPlayer. I might watch that again, actually. That's a good film there. All right. Talking music now. Music. Do you use music to relax? And what would you put on if you've had sort of a bit of a hard day and you're running around all over the place, or perhaps you're a bit depressed? And we all get depressed, don't we? Terrible thing, depression. And it's at various levels. Maybe you're just a little bit fed up, or maybe you're really, oh, I just want to kill myself. I've had enough of this. All different levels of depression. Do you ever use music to sort of try and alleviate that? It does help me. I like religious music and I like big epic ballads. Whitney Houston stuff. I quite like the Whitney Houstons. I like Greatest Love of All, that sort of thing. I like ballads. But they've got to be big ballads. You know. Quite like religious music. And I ask that because on BBC Breakfast sometime this week, they had these nuns on, the Poor Clares of Arundel. And they're a group of nuns and they live together in complete solitude and cut off from the world. Well, they've brought out an album called Light of the World. You can check it out if you want. It's on YouTube. You can listen completely free of charge, or you can buy it, whatever you want. Once again, you need to type in the Poor Clares of Arundel, Arundel. Light of the World is the name of the album. And it's so relaxing and nice. Once again, I'm afraid I can't play any of it to you because the copyright people will be all up in arms and they start moaning and all that. But if you want to listen to something relaxing, I'd try that one. Do you use music at all to relax? If so, what? What do you listen to? Maybe you listen to some dance music. I certainly found since I rejoined Reach on Air, well, I do the radio show Monday to Friday. There it is. 9 till 10 o'clock in the morning. Music and chat, okay? Join us there, Monday to Friday, 9 till 10 o'clock, reachonair.com. Since I joined that, when I go out for my walks now, I've got those little wireless earbuds, haven't I? So I put those in my ears. And I listen to various people's shows, and it does help to walk around at a reasonable pace with a bit of dance music going on in your ear. You know, dong, 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 or pop, something like that. But here at home, I don't really have dance music or anything like that on at home. I'll have something really relaxing, like, which I discovered only this week, the Poor Clares of Arundel. And I like religious music and hymns and things like that. Do you use music at all to relax to? If so, what? Let us know. 07551 259 675 or email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, all right? Just trying to think of some of those Whitney Houston songs I like. Run to You. I'm gonna run to you. Oh, I'm gonna run to you. Ah. Not necessarily your favourite tunes, but what music do you relax to, I wonder? Let's take a call. Claricea is from Manchester. Good evening, good morning, Claricea. A morning call from you.
I was going to say, it's morning.
Yes.
Your body clock is not working very well, is it, my darling?
Well, we do a 9 o'clock Saturday morning show at the moment that I may change to night time. I'm not sure yet. Can I just do a super chat? I've just had a super chat from Gary Ross there. Thank you, Gary. A super chat. Someone sent us a £3 tip, so I need to give you some raffle tickets as well. They get free raffle tickets if they send a super chat. There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Gary. 790 791 and 792. All right, Gary. Thank you. Nice little tip this morning. Isn't that nice?
Oh, bless him.
Anyway, Claricea, music, my love. What you got?
Music? Yeah, I rely on music a hell of a lot, I do.
What sort of music do you lose? You know, if you're a little bit upset, something's, not quite working right in your life, what sort of music would you use then?
There's a group that I do listen to, and they're called Shinedown, and they are absolutely brilliant. They're not heavy or anything,
right?
But they write from the heart.
Okay. Shinedown. I don't know what Shinedown. What sort of music is that?
Oh, it's kind of like it's middle of the road sort of thing. Not too heavy, but not too light. It's it's meaningful music. It kind of like speaks to you.
Okay.
And that, I sent a mutual friend of ours that I met on here, has actually come on board with my team, and I'm like, wow! And I sent him a couple of tracks, and he was like, wow.
Yeah.
But if I just want to kind of like chill out or, just have a soak or anything like that, then, I know I'm gossing that, but I always go back to Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah. Any particular tracks? I mean, the only one I really know is Another Brick in the Wall.
I actually revisited The Division Bell.
Right, okay.
I did their album, The Division Bell,
right,
which is really, really good in that. Or if I'm just like doing other little things and that, then I can go back to an album called Pure Moods that's got bands like Enya, Planet, things like that.
Enya's very relaxing, isn't she?
Oh, she's lovely. She is. Her music is wonderful.
Yeah, she really is quite relaxing, Enya. Orinoco Flow's the one that comes to mind.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you remember that? Orinoco Flow? Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember her song called Book of Days?
It rings a bell. I don't think it's as well known. Orinoco Flow, that was actually a hit back in the very early 1980s, I think, Orinoco Flow.
Yeah, Book of Days was used on the soundtrack Days of Thunder with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay. Don't know that one.
and that. But yeah, but no, music is brilliant. It is.
Right.
You can always find something to relate to it with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you sometimes you're doing stuff and a song comes on the radio and bang, you're a child again?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a teenager, something like that.
Especially when you get something that pops up on Facebook and you're like, oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
And you listen
yeah.
and you're like, wow.
Yeah. It's the weird thing. Are you on the TikTok?
No, I don't do TikTok or anything like that. I just stick to Facebook and WhatsApp, and that's it.
Okay, because you don't really hear many TikTok sort of old stuff on TikTok because it's quite a young person's thing to be on there. I don't think they like us on there, the over 50s. They don't like us on there.
Oh dear.
Why are you on here?
So I always used to know what mood my nan was in.
Yeah.
I did, because she used to have the vinyls.
Did she?
She did, and that, and back in the day and everything, and that. And I've still got a lot of them upstairs, I have, and that. And she used to love listening to things like Swan Lake.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Perhaps you and I could form a little ballet company, Claricea. I don't know how I would look in those tights anymore. I don't think I've got the right shape anymore to be in those tights.
I don't know, you might pull someone in a nice little frilly tutu. You know, strutting your stuff on the stage.
I'd have to lift you up by the waist, wouldn't I, and hold you up high. They're very strong, aren't they, ballet dancers?
Do you know what? To look at them, you think, oh, you know, you're like a stick, but wow, they got some muscles. They have.
Yeah, yeah. Do they? I think they damage their feet, don't they? After a while, don't their feet get damaged because of the tippy toe?
Yeah,
things?
it's the toes, isn't it? Especially when they're going up on tippy toe and stuff.
Yeah, what's that called? That's called something, isn't it? That
I can't
tippy toe
remember
thing.
now.
I don't know what it's called. Yeah, don't know.
You know, but yeah, especially when they go around. I mean, I saw Swan Lake here in Manchester a while ago with the Russian ballet dance company.
Oh yes, yeah, they're fantastic, aren't they? I've never
Oh,
been.
my God,
I've never
they've got
been to a
front row
ballet
seats.
yet. I've never been. I went to an opera, which I didn't enjoy. I can't lie, I didn't enjoy the opera at all. It's just all in foreign and you don't know what the hell's going on. That being said, I went to something that was almost an opera called the Mastersingers. And that was a long show. I tell you what, that the show was so long, right? They have an hour break in the middle so that you can go and have something to eat.
Blooming,
Yeah, it started at 5.
Some of them are like,
It started about 5:30 in the afternoon, I think, or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it finished at something like 10 o'clock, and it has an hour's break. And funnily enough, you come out of it. Now, this was I think it was at the Royal Opera House. I went there a few years ago with my mate. And you come out of there, and directly opposite there is a few restaurants. There's an Italian one, and you go in there. They've got it all sussed out. You go in there, the bloke comes over. As soon as you got a table, someone comes over. Are you here for the show, sir? Yes. There you go. That's the quick menu. And you order something, and within minutes, it's there in front of you. They've got that really sussed out. But that was quite good, the Mastersingers, because I did that at school. I did it at school, so I kind of knew the story anyway, but I was able to follow it on the stage. But not an opera, but I haven't been to a ballet yet.
oh, that was my first time, and I'll definitely go again.
Would you? Is it wonderful?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Front row seats I had, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Do
was.
you often try and get the front row seat, do you?
I always try and get the best seats I possibly can.
Right, yeah.
By doing that.
Once you've done a front row seat, or, front row, second, third, fourth, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Once you've been in one of those seats, it's impossible to go further back again. I'd rather not go. And I made this mistake at Barry Manilow because I'd sat for a few of his shows. I've been very, very lucky, really. 3 of his shows I've been in the front row, and then 5 of his show I've been in the front 4 rows. And then there was a particular concert and I couldn't get one of them, so I got another seat which someone told me was a good seat. A very good friend of mine, and no disrespect to this particular person at all. They said, "Oh no, that's a good seat." I said, "But it's on the side and it's up." No, that's really, you'll see everything from there. Anyway, I sat there, and as soon as I sat there, I thought, no, you've made a mistake here. You've made a mistake here. Once you've sat in those front few rows, you can't go backwards again because you're used to it then.
See, the way I'd done it is that I used to live in cities back in London and that, and I got the layout of the actual seatings and the shows and everything, and for some of them, like Cats at the New London Theatre, everybody used to love going on the revolving part.
Oh, is there I didn't know. Is there a revolving part? Where's that then?
Yeah. It was at the New London Theatre for Cats.
Oh, right.
It was, and you sit on, and at first, you can't really see them. And then as soon as the music starts, the stage starts turning around.
Oh, okay.
It does, to get into place, and it was amazing. And I thought, oh, right, okay. And I looked, and so a friend said, "Have you ever been on the revolving part?" I went, "No." They went, "Why?" I said, "Because the view's not all that good."
Oh.
And they said, "Yeah, but it turns." I said, "No." I said, "If you go onto the row just after the revolving part, that is the best seats in the house because you've got the eye on. That's where all the cats come."
Ah, yeah.
You know?
That's
again, at the Victoria Palace, when Starlight Express was on, I found that the best seats that I had was at the side, just off the stage, which was actually on the side of it, and I found the view there was amazing.
What you were saying, they come down the aisles. They do that in the Lion. Is it the Lion King?
Yes, the Lion King.
The Lion King. All the animals come down, don't they? Come down the aisles. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Did you take your children to see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen The Lion King? Well, of course you can't see anything at the moment.
No, I haven't seen it. Every time I go to get tickets, they're gone. It's that popular.
Yeah, the Disney stuff is very popular, isn't it?
You know, my little lad, Dylan, he was due to go there last year. And unfortunately, they had to pull the show. So he wasn't able to go and see it, unfortunately, which he was not all that happy about. But
was that just at the start of the lockdown or something, was it?
Yeah, due to lockdown, he wasn't able to go, which was a real shame because he was really looking forward to that, unfortunately. I
think I was very lucky. My birthday is the 5th of February. And right, okay. Yeah, and last year, my friend Adam the plumber, you've often seen him come up on here.
Right.
As someone joining in with the show. And he got me the most wonderful Christmas birthday present last year. It's one of the best birthdays I've had since my mum and dad passed away. And he first of all took us out to afternoon tea. Right. There is a video of this, actually. If you type in United Kingdom Talk, Dorchester Hotel or Mary Poppins, it may come up on the YouTube if you want to watch this. But he asked us to meet us at Waterloo Station at a given time. I don't know, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I picked up the train from here, came in, because it's always better to take a train into London. I can't be doing with all that parking and wondering if I'm going to go in a blooming bus lane or stop somewhere and have a ticket slapped by some dickhead, you know. So I get the train in, met him at Waterloo Station, there he was. And he said, well, we're a little bit early for the start of the day, so let's go and have a cup of tea. We went in there, had a cup of tea and a biscuit in this, cafe in Waterloo Station. This is just before lockdown, 5th of February.
Right.
And then he said, and then his boyfriend disappeared. He said, "I'm just going to the toilet." Okay, so then he came, and then he looked up, and his boyfriend said, "We're ready." Oh, right, okay. Then he said, "Come on, then, off we go." And outside of the station was a taxi with the Union Jacks all over it. He said, "There you go. Your United Kingdom Talk taxi awaits you."
Oh,
wow.
That is amazing.
I was just blown away. And I got in this taxi, right? And it took us to the Dorchester Hotel. Stopped at the hotel. And he said, right, well, this is where we're starting first. We're going to afternoon tea here. But we're very early, so we'll go for... did we go straight in? Do you know, I think it was later than... I think it was more in the afternoon. I can't remember now, but early afternoon. Anyway, so we went in the Dorchester Hotel. Beautiful. Sat down, afternoon tea, one glass of champagne, or might have had two, I can't remember now. We had the afternoon tea and this birthday. Wasn't a birthday cake came out. It was a fruit, all made in like shapes and things like that. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Never seen anything like it. So we had that, and after that we went for a walk in the park. And then after that, and this is where the theatre bit's coming in, after that he took me to see Mary Poppins. In the theatre, and it was just wonderful that day. It was such a wonderful day, and I shall eternally be grateful to him. Of course, I wanted to do something special for his birthday, and then shortly after that, we had the lockdown.
I know.
And everything closed. So I wanted to do something good for his birthday as well. The only thing I could do, because we weren't quite in lockdown. I can't remember what the date of his birthday is now. We've either been in the first lockdown and we're in between 1 and 2. I can't remember now. Anyway, but I was able to take him to a place near me called Coworth Park, which is in Ascot for afternoon tea, which I think he enjoyed, him and his other half, and we were there for a couple of hours. And after you do, this is completely different to the Dorchester Hotel, because Dorchester Hotel, you're just in the hotel and that's it, which is fantastic, right? Coworth Park, as well as having the room, which is not as ornate as the Dorchester, of course, but they've got grounds, acres and acres of grounds, and horses and hotel rooms to look at. And after that, we were able to go for a walk around there, which was really nice. But the theatre bit there, what you were talking about theatres, I went to see Mary Poppins, and it was blooming great. And then the bird lady came out, feed the birds. And I'm looking, I think, that looks like Petula Clark. I said, have you got a programme? He said, yeah. I said, open a programme. Petula Clark. I was in the same room as Petula Clark. How fantastic is that?
I know, because the original bird lady was Angela Lansbury.
Was she?
Yeah.
In the film?
In the film.
Do you know, I never knew that.
One of the two. I know Angela Lansbury.
My God, I never knew that.
Lady.
Because, of course, I know her from Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I think that was the first film I was ever taken to see at the Odeon in Marble Arch. It's lovely, bobbing along, sing along, bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny. See that one? Yeah. Happy days, eh? Happy days.
I haven't seen Mary Poppins either, to be honest with you.
All right, well, it's not been on for long, but of course your boy couldn't see the show.
There's an about whether it's going to survive this or not. I hope so.
Will any of them? Will any of them survive?
I know. I mean, I've had to completely reschedule everything on my calendar because there's been dates rearranged and that. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I've got
two tickets for. Yeah, I've got 2 tickets here for the Barry Manilow concert. It's already been put back twice. It was supposed to be last June, then it went to October, and then it came back to, I think it's June now. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Got the tickets here somewhere. I was looking for them the other day and I couldn't find them while the show. Here it is. Here, Block 1. Here, Block Run, Row A. Need I say any more?
No, you needn't say no more.
I haven't got the date of the blooming show on here, look. The date of the show's not on there. But, I think it's June again. But that may get pushed back again, I suppose. I don't know.
Have to wait and see.
Yeah. Lovely to talk to you, Claricea.
Sorry?
Lovely to talk to you today again, darling.
Yeah. Awesome. Sorry, the caffeine hasn't kicked in yet. I'm on my first...
we'll have another one, darling. I always have a massive pot of tea in the morning. Have a lovely day, Claricea.
All right then, my darling. You take care.
Bye-bye, love. Bye now.
Bye.
There's Claricea. She always does a fantastic phone call, doesn't she? Claricea there. Danny Davis says he wants to go and see Wicked. Yeah. I don't know why, Danny. That doesn't appeal to me. And neither does the Rocky Horror Show. Doesn't appeal to me at all. I think what's happened with those two particular things is that I've seen them done so many times by drag queens. Oh no, not Wicked again, or not the Rocky Horror again. It's astounding. And all that business goes on, doesn't it? Fran says, do you listen to DJ Swishy Club Classics and Dance Show as well? DJ Danny. No, only DJ Danny I listened to last night while I was on a little bit of a walk around. I tell you what, I saw a film last night. Twist. This is only on Sky, okay? Twist, which is on the Sky Movies thing. And it's a modern retake on Oliver Twist. It's very, very good. Very, very good. If you've got Sky, or you know someone with Sky, and you're allowed to go around their house and watch that, Twist. It stars Rita Ora, who's that great singer we love, okay? Unfortunately, I really enjoyed it. And it's got Michael Caine in it as Fagin. If I say to you Michael Caine, you want to watch the film, don't you? No need to worry about it. No need to check it out. Michael Caine makes you automatically want to watch the film. It was great. It was really good. It's set in modern London. Okay, it's modern, very modern. And they've just updated the film. I thought it worked really well. There were these kids jumping from rooftop to rooftop. I thought, oh my God, you're going to fall down in a minute. And someone's son plays Oliver Twist. I can't remember who it was now. Let me read it. But the Daily Mirror didn't like it. Daily Mirror didn't like it. It says in the Daily Mirror, or at least the critics didn't like it. The Daily Mirror are reporting on it. The chart-topping star, Rita Ora, plays a gender-switched version of the Artful Dodger. So basically, they've got a female Artful Dodger, which is okay. See, I don't have a problem with all that. All these people bleating on about how Doctor Who shouldn't be a woman don't bother me at all. Why would it bother someone just because the gender's been switched? And you look at Dynasty. I know some people don't like the remake of Dynasty because Sammy Joe is now a gay man where it was a bubbly blonde before. And also some of the cast who are all the same family are black. Well, so what? It's just a character. They play a character. An actor should be able to play any character, shouldn't they? I don't know why so many people have problems with the way they switch things around like this, but people do. The chart-topping star, Rita Ora, plays a gender-switched version of the Artful Dodger, so you've got a female Artful Dodger, in Martin Owen's critically panned Twist, based on the 1830s Dickens classic Oliver Twist, which is still at the moment on the iPlayer, if you haven't seen it. That along with Dickensian and Bleak House. You've probably only got about a week and a half to watch those three things because they're about to disappear, okay? Oliver Twist, Dickensian, and I bought the DVD now. Bought the DVD, Dickensian. Only £10. It's not bad, is it? Dickensian and Bleak House, all excellent programmes at the moment on the BBC iPlayer. And Rita Ora has defended her new film Twist, a modern adaptation of the classic Charles Dickens tale Oliver Twist, despite the film being slammed by critics. Well, what are critics? Fouled actors. They can't actually act or do anything, so they just cut everyone else. Sad, lonely characters, if you ask me. It may only be January, but already some have predicted Twist will go down as the worst film of the year, which co-stars Michael Caine and Rafferty Law. There we go, Rafferty, that's it. I believe that's Jude Law's son, and he does it really well. He does it really well. Under fire, Rita, who has been making headlines over her lockdown 30th party, since, I'm not being funny. I see these people having parties and breaking lockdown and politicians going on holiday, and they're moaning now about Boris going to Scotland. I couldn't give a toss. I really couldn't. If you want to put yourself at risk, if you think you're putting yourself at risk, then go and do so. And other people who they just sit there moaning, just mind your own bloody business, for Christ's sake. Mind your own business. You want to see them all judging on Facebook, various different groups. I'm on 2 groups on Facebook. We Love Wokingham Residents Association. I don't live in Wokingham, but I'm very close to it. And Bracknell, We Love Bracknell. You want to see them judging on there. All they want to do is judge people all the time. They're on there. Someone might put, oh, I really need a builder to come in at the moment. You know, can anyone advise? And someone would put there, you're not allowed to have anyone in the house. I'm like, mind your own business, you sad, lonely, pathetic git sitting there in front of your keyboard all the time. Shut up. Move on. None of your business. And I must admit, I feel the same way about some of these people. Who is it who's gone to Dubai? These, what they called influencers. What are influencers? Influencers are basically very pretty people who make videos, and people watch them because they want to shag them. That's why they watch them. Because in 20 years' time, those influencers will be nowhere. They're pretty at the moment. They've got big breasts, the girls. The blokes look beautiful. Right? And that's why people watch them. It's the only reason. And these mugs send them money. I couldn't care less if you want to go over to Dubai, sit on a plane, you know, with all this virus, then go and do it. And if you can get coronavirus, it's up to you. You've decided to do that. I couldn't be bothered with them. Anyway, Under Fire, who's been making headlines over a lockdown 30th birthday since November last year, features in the cast as gender-flipped Artful Dodger. And following the abysmal reviews of the film, which is airing on Sky Originals, there you go, Sky Originals, the star has spoken up in defence of the film. She told the Hits Radio Breakfast Show, I think this is what Charles Dickens would have probably done. It was 1839 when Oliver Twist came out the first time. It was his interpretation of street slang and life on the streets. She's absolutely right. Rafferty Law, who's the 24-year-old son of Jude Law, plays a homeless parkour flipping street artist version of Oliver on the movie. It's the modern version of Oliver Twist. 87 Michael Caine is, and he's fantastic. He's an art smuggling Fagin. Rita argued, for us now shooting it in this time, it's our interpretation of life on the street, so I really love that it was part of that progression. Rita has at least been praised for her role in the film, with some critics spotlighting the personable performance of the chart-topping star. This is in the Daily Mirror. I thought she was really good. She was really good. And I was surprised to see her in an acting role because I didn't know she was in it. Just put it on and I didn't know who was in it, to be honest. I just saw Twist and I saw the writing, modern version of Oliver Twist, and that's what attracted me to the film. And then I'm watching it without even knowing who was going to be in it. And there was her, Rita Ora, I recognised straight away. Michael Caine, well, you can't not recognise him. I didn't know that the boy was Jude Law's son. And there was another lady in it who played Bill Sykes. Bill Sykes was, again, gender flipped, so it was a bad woman. Not, you know what I mean, a woman playing a baddie. A woman playing a baddie, excuse me. But I can't remember who she is now. She's an actress, famous actress. So if you want something to watch and you've got the Sky Originals, it's on there. It's really good. It's really good, all right? Danny Davis wants to know, are fat people allowed to watch this show? I mean, well, you're watching it, aren't you, Danny? You're watching it, aren't you, my love? So the answer must be yes. What a stupid question. You walk into your own jokes, my darling. Mike says, I have to agree that Clannad and Enya always help me to relax. Going back to the music thing there. My favourite Enya track is Ask the Mountains. Strangely, it reached only number 58 in the charts. Make sure you're using good headphones or a decent pair of speakers with a subwoofer. A subwoofer. I think I can make my own woofing noises. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo. That reminds me of a night at Central Station, to be honest. Right. Okay, gang, we're going to wrap up there. We didn't quite get to all the list there of stuff, but we've been chatting away now for 2 hours, so we must disappear. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show on this Saturday morning. I shall be back with you for another chat show on Monday night at 8 o'clock. Okay, chat show nights at the moment. Monday night, 8 o'clock. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, and Saturday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, tomorrow night, of course, is a big... Oh, I wanted to show you this. Fran has sent in a couple of pictures. There we go. Nearly forgot about Fran's things that she sent in there. Fran sent in a couple of her creations. She says, hope you're well and enjoying your weekend. I would like to thank you for introducing me to Reach on Air, the classic club and dance music especially. I thought I'd send you my latest creations, my homemade beef pasties, which they look absolutely delicious. And may I say, I quite like that yellow thing that's underneath there. Are they tiles or what there, Fran? Looks very pretty there. Homemade pasties and couple in the freezer for later. Also tried my hand at fondant flour making for this Christmas cake, which has now all been eaten up. Isn't that lovely? There's the pasties. Are they tiles underneath there? With, is that bees and flowers? Oh, it's a honeycomb, isn't it? That's what it is. A honeycomb. Oh, I like those tiles. And are they more blue tiles around that? What is that there, Fran? Looks lovely. So, thanks for sending those in, Fran. If you want to ever send anything in for us to show on the show, send it in there, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and I'll be pleased to show those for you, okay? Tomorrow night is our bingo night. Have I got a bingo poster? No. I got this. That'll do, won't it? That'll do to advertise the bingo. It's bingo time, but not now. That'll be tomorrow. That's on a different channel, okay? Not on this one you're watching now. What you need to do is type into your address bar thebingochannel.co.uk and it will take you to the channel, okay? And you can play bingo tomorrow night with us at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. If you know anyone else that wants to join us for the bingo, then please let them know about it. All they will need is a Gmail address, which is where the bingo tickets go to. They don't kind of work too well on other email addresses for some strange reason. Okay, but we've never had a problem with the Gmail. All right, so if you know anyone else that might want to join us for bingo, 8 o'clock on Sunday nights, please let them know about it and send us an email and I'll be happy to add them on to the system. All right, gang, thanks for joining us. I'm going to go out for a little bit of a walk now, although is it still raining? Might have stopped raining. I think I'll probably stick to the pavement today because it'd be very muddy over the forest. And have a lovely Saturday. Thanks for watching and listening. Thank you to those of you, two of you that sent in tips as well. See you tomorrow for the bingo at 8 o'clock on thebingochannel.co.uk. Cheerio.